Hello, builders, parents, and collectors. On this episode of the Creation Evaluation Station, we'll be evaluating this guy here. It's Dragon time. So yeah, another legacy set. We're getting close to getting done. Now this one doesn't have one of the collector's golden ninjas, but it does have Lloyd has the golden ninja. A bit confusing, but anyways, if you're not familiar with my channel, I do in-depth reviews of models and construction sets, mostly Lego, but other products as well. I also do discussions and reviews of other creative works like movies, video games, and animation. There's a film around here. So, because they're in-depth reviews, they can be on the longer side. There are timestamps down below in the description as well that you can use to jump around to either your favorite part or to use as bookmarks to come back to the video at a later time when you have more time. So back to this guy. Let's take a closer look at that box. It looks very intimidating, very nice. There's the back. So it's nice to give his wingspan and some of his sizes. It's kind of cool. So getting down to his details, he is a set number 71742. It's for ages 7 and up. Has 372 pieces and retails currently for $29.99 on the Lego website now. This came out in January of 2021, so it's on the older side and could be on its way out, so I would not sit on this. I also wouldn't go on eBay and buy them there. I was just looking. I don't know why I went there. I usually don't go there. But I was looking there and they want way too much for them. You can just simply go to the Lego website and buy them for $30. Wouldn't wait because they might be gone by the end of the year. No longer in production. I mean, they're gone. And then you'd have to go to eBay and pay the crazy secondary market prices. So, yeah. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, it's got skeletal wings, which is kind of a negative, although I really like the colors of this thing. It fits kind of in with this past season's wave of Ninjago sets, the TV series of season 16. I might have got that wrong, but yeah, the Crystal King series color scheme works perfectly. Anyways, let's go open her up and see what's inside. Here we have the contents of the box. We got a nice instruction booklet. It's pretty thick. No stickers with this one, which is fine by me. And we have bag 1, bag 2, bag 3. Not too many bags, but they definitely feel on the full side. Let's go open her up and see what's inside. Here we have the contents of bag 1. Definitely a lot of black parts and purple parts. Got some kind of rare pieces like this one here. Got a trans purple lightning bolt thingy. Gold parts. We also have Golden Lloyd here. He's not a collectible gold figure. He's just a regular Golden Lloyd. That's it for bag 1. Here we have bag 2. We got the head of the dragon here. Now they're both the same pieces, except the top part has the eyes printed on. Other than that, they're both the same piece. I think this is the very first set they use these type of dragon parts. Got a lot of black pieces in here, a bunch of angle pieces. The what's his name's in here? Not the Dark Lord. The Overlord. Too many lords. the Overlord's in here, and we've got tons and tons of purple claws. I have some clear blast pieces here, probably for his powers. A bunch of other small pieces here. And that's it. Here is the final and last bag. We have these wonderful swords in purple. Got some hinge parts, some angle parts, studs on side pieces, other parts too, hinge pieces, gold locks, even more purple claws. That's it. Let's go finish this up. Here we have the leftover parts, and we got some, well, this is an odd leftover part. I felt like I was missing something. It's a ball joint type thing. And other than that, we got some interesting, typical, but we got a purple claw. We have this other horn type thing. And we also have a transparent power blast hand thing, connector. So those are some nice leftovers. We even have one of these arms as well. But yeah, that thing is really strange. I don't know why we have that. Here we have our cast of characters for this set. We have Golden Lloyd and the Overlord himself. Really cool looking figures. Now, this is part of the Legacy Collection, but this is not a 10th anniversary golden figure. This is just a regular Golden Lloyd. Let's strip them down the gear and take a closer look at them. Here we have them stripped down. You can better see their torsos and things. Oh, this guy looks really nice with his kind of rib cage appearance there and his crystalline heart. And we got Lloyd here. He's got two dragons on his chest. They look really nice. He's got, oh gosh, toe printing, leg printing, the works there. Nothing on the sides, but that looks really good. The head for the Overlord looks pretty cool as well. And turning to the back, the Overlord does not have a second face. He's got those weird markings. There you can see his backbone and shoulder blades. That's cool. Guess he really is supposed to be kind of an undead since he's got his ghostly legs there. And then Lloyd over here has got a nice dragon symbol on his back. The second face there looks good. I think I like the front better than the back, but that's okay. These dragons that are on the front also continue around the back there. So that's kind of cool. Not too bad looking figures. Definitely a lot different than ones we've seen. Except for maybe the Overlord here looking a lot like the stuff that came out this past season, season 16. But yeah, let's go check out the set now. We've got the whole set here, but we are going to look closer at the dragon. We've already looked at the figures. So we'll just go to push them aside here. The camera up just a tad, and here we go. So this is our Overlord Dragon. He's got a very nice tail here that likes to swing, and I like this better than some of the other dragon tails that do the swinging thing, because for one, this is shorter. A lot of those other tails have a tendency to wrap like all the way around. This is at an angle, so it can't do that, and it's shorter as well. But you can see it swings nice, has a nice gentle swing to it, and even like you could be just playing around with it and it's going to move a little bit. There's no joints here. Like kind of the tail ends here, and then you just have the big swords going off the back. Though they are on ball joints, so they are posable if you want to open them up, make them look more scissor-like or whatnot. I also have some little spikes here that are on hinges as well, though that just kind of changes the appearance. It doesn't really help functionally. But yeah, so if you're shuffling along with this guy, his tail is going to swing back and forth. You do have to make sure that these aren't touching the ground, obviously. Now this is pretty cool, but it does add one kind of problem with this, and that's like if you want this guy to stand more erect, like you want to get him to stand more upright, he can't because the tail is going to droop down below the legs, and there's no way to raise the tail up. So it's one disadvantage to this setup they have going on here with the tail. But as far as joints, we don't have knee joints, but we do have hip joints. Splay out to the side, rotate. We got ankle joint here that goes front and back real easy. Has a little bit movement side to side, but don't really need too much of that anyways. The claws all are posable here. I love the purple claws, just saying. The purple wings are kind of cool too. And in regards to the wings, this one wing joint rotates, but the other ones are in fixed positions. So you can move that around, but these are stuck. The claws here can wiggle a little bit up and down. This is essentially where it's jointed here. I don't know if you want to call that elbow joint or shoulder joint. Sticks out so far, it could almost be an elbow joint. But you can get some flapping action there if you want, or you just want to tuck them up or something against the body. You can scratch his neck. The back here, it's got some fancy little gribble here. I wish this had just a little bit more gold trim on it. It's nice, but it could use some more. There's a lot here on the head where the teeth are, and a little bit here on the back, and a couple more points here and there, but that's it. Let's fold up the wings here. Out of the way, easier to handle. We got some little tentacles coming out of his chest, which I think is kind of cool. Could use that maybe a little bit more over the body, but I guess they weren't quite going for a Cthulhu type dragon. Now the neck here kind of starts here, but there's no joint. It's attached here, which I have found out that comes out really easy. A little too easy, more easier than I'd like it to. But then you have two joints here in the neck, one there and one right there at the base of the skull. So it does have quite a bit of movement with the neck. You want to different poses, like you want him flying like this. You can have his neck up, or you can have it turned down, looking down to eat its prey. The jaws open up here, nice and wide. You can see those lovely golden chompers. And the only problem is, and I mean, I like these buildable heads, but I don't like them when they make them a little too simple, like here, because you suddenly have a very weak looking jaw. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's strong enough. It's not gonna break off real easy, but it's just weakish looking since you can see right through it. And then he's got a like pink tongue there. I think that's a nice touch there. And purple spikes all over. He's not a bad dragon, but before I give you any more of my thoughts, let's head back to the desk so we can do that and do a final eval. Okay, we're back here at the desk. Give this my final thoughts and a final eval. Overall, this isn't a bad set. I'm not super thrilled with it, even though it's a dragon. I guess I've been kind of spoiled with those larger dragons we've been putting together lately, though it really isn't that bad. I just wish there were a few improvements here and there. And I also kind of feel like that maybe this didn't have the same amount of time that some of the other sets have had for design. Because there's like more they could have done with this. Like some joints here so that these wings could fold up inwards would have been nice. And I don't think it would be too much to ask to actually do that. You've got quite a bit here to work with the space and stuff. It probably use different parts or whatever. Yeah, it's not a bad set by any means. I just feel like they could have done a little bit more with it. I think, like I said, I've been spoiled. But it's still a fun dragon to have. So, before I say any more, let's move into the final eval, which will break it down here. As far as appearance, I gave it a 9 because I'm not super stoked with the color scheme. The black, the purple, and the gold is fine. The navy blue just seems a bit odd, but maybe they didn't have another color. I would have maybe gone with a dark gray. I mean, there is some dark gray on here, but you may be a little bit more rather than the navy blue. I don't know. The navy blue's not doing it for me. The characters, they looked great, and overall it looks great. I mean, I love this head with the golden teeth on it. It's very menacing looking and creepy at the same time. And I also think it should have had maybe a little bit more gold trim here and there on it. I mean, they've got that in the teeth, but then they only have it a couple other spots here and there around it. I also like these tentacles he's got kind of growing out of his chest or whatever they're supposed to be, but I think they could have done a little bit more with that. That would have been cool and made it a really creepy dragon. I mean, it already is black and stuff, but it's not bad looking, and like I said, I gave it a 9. It's wow, these guys don't want to stand up today. So moving on to where are we on? Function. It works pretty well. The joints work well. I wish the arms did more. Arms/wings did a little bit more to fold up and were slightly more posable. I mean, they're good enough that if you want to have it so that they can hold up close to the body, you can kind of do that, but they're still kind of splayed out. The legs work well. Got these giant claws that move. I mean, it doesn't have knees, but those aren't necessary all that you have to have them. I feel the legs get the job done that they need to get done. The tail is nice. It's got that, you know, the wiggling tail, like those plastic snakes that you hold by the tail and the head moves. That type of motion going on there. Like I said, I wish they had an ability to move the tail up and down a little bit so you could get a little bit more posability in here where it stands. But overall, it's not bad. That's kind of sacrificing form for function. See, now here, if you put it this way, the tail will not stay straight. If you put it down, it will. But, yeah, neck works fine, the head works fine. Overall, it is okay. It, just like the appearance, I feel like it needed something more, and I gave that a 9 as well. Now, fun, well, this is an unbalanced set, so it's automatically going to get a point off. I think it could have used just one more ninja, and we could have called it close enough. You just got one ninja versus the Overlord and the dragon, and that is it. He feels a little outnumbered. Other than that, you know, it's a dragon. It's fun to play with. The only thing, I just thought about it now is that he doesn't have ability to mount onto the dragon, or anyway, so he can't ride this dragon, which kind of sucks. But I ended up giving Fun a 9 too. Took off just a point pretty much for the kind of unbalancedness of the play value inside the set. I mean, as soon as you add another set to this, you've got plenty to work with. But with the set alone, it's a little unbalanced. And as far as techniques, there was nothing bad here. There was nothing outstanding either. So I ended up giving that a 9 as well. This set is kind of mid. It's a little bit better than mid, but it's well. Anyways, you get to the overall score. You'll find out. You know, you take all that, add it up, you get a 36, and you divide that by 4, you get a 9. So it's got a solid 9. It's an okay set. It's not super amazing. I mean, if you like dragons, you're gonna like it for sure. They are some nice, neat new pieces here for the head. Although by time of this video, we've already had multiple different kinds of these type of heads and stuff. So it's not too new. But yeah, so its average score is a 9. Now, as far as price, it was $29, did I say? Yes, $29.99. You divide it by 372 pieces, you get 8 cents per piece, which is 2 cents lower than our standard of 10 cents. So that is a good price, and it's a decent set. You know, like I said, nothing amazing, nothing bad here. So I gave it a G for good. No complaints there. Yeah, it's a good price. I think the Ninjagos definitely have gone up in recent times, although that last wave, you can almost see why with some of the fancier parts that were added. But that brings our final evaluation to a 9G. So it's a decent set. That's where I would categorize it. It's nothing amazing. If you like dragons, or you need a bad guy, because sometimes Ninjago sets have been too heavy on the good guys. They don't even have a bad guy build. They might have figures of the bad guys, but they don't have a bad guy build. Well, here you have bad guy dragon. So it's definitely a good set to pick up if you can. Helps, you know, for play and stuff like that. It adds to your existing collection, say that. Like I said, in self-contained, it's a little bit unbalanced, but adding it to a collection is kind of nice. So that's it for me here. Let me know what you guys think down below. Comment away. Have any questions or whatnot about the set? You know, this is parents. This is a good opportunity to ask questions. I will answer them as soon as I get them. Collectors, if you need anything, want to know what's in anything that's I haven't shown, I try to show pretty much everything, especially when I go over the parts. Yeah. So if you're new here, please give this a subscribe. If you enjoyed the video, like it, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell for updates when I upload, which I do relatively at least twice a week, not more. Sometimes less if I'm not feeling well, but have to have a sick day now and then. Hope you enjoyed this. I am going to be signing off here and reminding you that creativity is key.